Kick off your Thursday night the right way with some boys high school hoops right here on the OH Report from Upper Sandusky, Ohio. We got the Rams taking on the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. Can Upper Sandusky get win number 1 on the season? We will find out here in just about an hour and a half's time. We got all the action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have. And it's coming your way next.
We believe in the gun, and our players don't use it most days. They use it every day.
In my 20 years as head coach, I've used the gun every single year. Well, my dream as a coach that everybody would grow up with the gun, because getting all those reps would make my job a lot easier.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Ha 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 ha. Merry Christmas.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Upper Sandusky, Ohio, inside the Kimmel Corporation pregame show. I am Travis Berardi, alongside a special guest tonight, the newest member to the OH Report family, high school coach, Hall of Famer, 598 wins, former Ontario head coach, Joe Baylog. Coach, it is a pleasure to have you alongside us on the OH Report crew.
I'm excited to be a part of the crew and looking forward to seeing some high school basketball and hopefully give a little bit of insight to the people out there about, maybe looking at it from a coach's view as we watch some of these games.
In talking with you a couple weekends ago when we were meeting, I got excited when I saw you on the schedule for the first game here. Kind of a little bit of nervousness, kind of a little bit of excitement right now, but I think it's the start of a great relationship we're going to have with you, and I cannot wait to call these games. But let's get into the tune of things here tonight. Upper Sandusky and Tiffin Columbian, and let's get right into our team spotlight first for the Tornadoes of Tiffin Columbian under head coach Travis Kinn. 2-0 this season, 1-0 in conference. They knocked off Willard 55-49 on Saturday, averaging 52.5 points, 49 defensively, shooting the ball pretty well from inside the paint, 59%, 26% from 3, and 70%. So pretty good start for Travis Kinn's squad.
Yeah, the point of it is with their first 2 games, they've won 2 really close games. They think they won by 1 in their opener, and then beat a Willard team that always comes in very well prepared. So Travis has got to be happy with that start. When you're able to win games and win tight games early, it shows a lot about how your team is. And they got a really good player. They're probably their best player coming back in Logan Beaston. So I'm sure they're going to rely on him tonight as they have probably in their first 2 games.
Last season also, this is a team that's had some experience under Coach Kinn. 19-6, they were 9-3, finished second in the Lake Division, fell in the district championship to Toledo Central Catholic, and right now, it's only a couple games in, but the offense, the scoring's a little bit lower. Other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. So,
well,
not the bad start.
Usually as you start your season, your defense usually is a little bit ahead of your offense. Just because depending on your situation, and probably with Tiffin, with their football program, they probably have kids that have come in the gym and haven't really been in, the gym as much as maybe some other kids were in the fall. So you got to put that into consideration. And I think the thing is, as a coach, defensively, you can always put your hat and hang on to your defense. From an offensive standpoint, you're going to have good nights and bad nights. But if your defense is consistent, which it looks like it's been for Tiffin in their first 2 games, that's a good sign.
And you were talking about him a little bit ago. The player spotlight for the Tornadoes is Logan Beaston, the senior guard. Special mention All-Ohio last year, averaging 18 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. And this year, pretty much the same thing, 14 points, 7.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals per game. And, you're used to having great guards at Ontario, but that's what, you get the offense started that way. If he can score as well, it really opens things up for your offense.
When I first started coaching, I always thought you needed to have big men, and I soon learned that big men were nice to have, but if you have a guard or guards that can really handle the basketball and make decisions, that's a big key. And he's, I think, been a 4-year starter. So the one thing you can't ever replace is experience. His experience is going to be really key for the success of this Tiffin Columbian Tornado team.
And now let's take a look at the home team on the scoreboard here in Upper Sandusky. The Rams, tough start to their season, 0-3, 0-1 in the conference. They lost to Winford 62-51 on Saturday, but they've had a lead in the second half, just been unable to finish.
Yeah, and I think that's a sign of inexperience and a young team, and I think they've also had some kids out maybe the last game because of illness. And that's the thing you got to try to overcome is a lot of times when kids get to the varsity level, they don't understand the importance of each possession and playing for a full 32 minutes, and I think that's what's happened a little bit with Upper. They've had that spurt of a 3 or 4 minute where they haven't played very well, and it's kind of cost them.
Under head coach Jeff Winslow, last year 14-9, finished second behind Colonel Crawford in the Northern 10, 11-3. Fell in the sectional final to Norwalk 47-36, averaging last year 59 points, 54, so about even. Shooting 54% from the field and 32% from 3. And, they lost 2 big players inside from last year, so that 2-point percentage dropped a little bit. But they're going to rely back on your normal Upper Sandusky basketball. That's perimeter shooting.
Yep, I think Upper's going to rely on the three a lot, and Jeff's put that in a lot in their offense in the past. So shooting the three will be maybe be a big equalizer for them tonight against Tiffin.
All right, we're going to head down to the court now with the playing of our national anthem right here inside the Kimmel Corporation pregame show.
Please rise down on record with the playing of our national anthem by the Upper Sandusky High School Pep Band.
Great job, as always, by the Upper Sandusky Pep Band. That's what makes high school basketball, Coach. Those pep bands, really, they just add a little bit more to the basketball game.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of places that don't have pep bands anymore, and I think when you have a pep band like they have here, it makes high school basketball a special event to come to.
Let's get right back into the Kimmel Corporation pregame show and take a look at the player spotlight for the Upper Sandusky Rams. And this is a player that head coach Jeff Winslow said a couple years ago to me that he is the future of this team, the future starting point guard. And this year he's going to show it. Holden Daris, the junior. Last year he didn't have to be that main player. He had 5.5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. But this year, he's going to have to do more, and he has so far. 13 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists.
Yeah, I think, as we mentioned earlier, the thing that Tiffin has is they bring back a very experienced guard. So I think especially Upper, that's one of the strengths that they've always had is really good guard play. So their guard play is going to be, again, it's going to be important tonight to see how they can, if they can snap this losing streak.
And now let's take a look at the starters for the Upper Sandusky Rams. There's Daris, Brock Montgomery, Levi Lamb, Ethan Kessler, and Parker Brown. Starters for Tiffin Columbian, Zach Shawberry, Bryce Rogal, Braden Rogal, Isaac Garcia, and Logan Beaston, the All-Ohioan. As we are moments away from tip-off of this one between 2-0 Columbian and 0-3 Upper Sandusky. We want to welcome everybody watching live and free on the OH Report. Let us know where you're watching from this evening. Give us a shout-out. We'll shout you out, and we are underway. Shawberry works it around. 3 in the corner. In. Great start by Columbian, got a good look.
Well, that first possession, Upper Sandusky looked like they were in a box and one or some form where they were just matched man-to-man on Beaston, and then the other 4 guys were playing zone. So stepping up and hitting that 3 is big.
And they force a turnover on the other end, gets the steal. Back come the Tornadoes. Beaston is going to pull it back out. Right side, Shawberry's going to try another one, this time off the mark, but an offensive rebound by Rogal. but he turns it over, and back comes the Rams. Montgomery works it around to Lamb. Lamb will drive it into the lane. Scoop layup shot off the mark, no good. Rebound, Columbian. Quickly ahead, 3 in the air by Beaston. That one's off the mark, but another offensive rebound. And behind the play, an injury, so it'll give us a chance to take a look at our first Sutton Bank replay and that first 3, Coach.
Looks like Levi Lamb turned his ankle on that layup, so he's stepping out of the game right now.
Cayman Isles will check back in for him. Just underway here from Upper Sandusky, 3-0 Columbian with the lead. Drive inside, layup good by Isaac Garcia. That was too easy for them.
Yeah, they set a little ball screen at the top, and he was just able to get into the lane and make that finish.
Daris barely able to get across the timeline before the 10-second count. Closely guarded as well. Finally gets around Garcia, pulls up for 3. Wow, what an answer.
Big shot after being able to handle that on-the-ball pressure.
Garcia, he will try to answer, unable to, but the rebound goes right back to him. Another chance for the Tornadoes. Left side to Rogaw, back to him. 5:56 left here. Quick start to this one, 5-3 Tiffin. Into the lane, forces up the shot, no good, but Rogaw will go to the line as we take a look at Daris one more time. Garcia went for the steal, missed, and he had to pay for it.
Yep. Defensively, Upper Sandusky looks like they're they're man-to-man on Beaston, and then looks like they're playing kind of a 1-3 zone. So Upper's going to challenge some guys they think that can't shoot the ball to allow them to shoot the ball a little bit from the perimeter. While you've seen some so wide open looks, and they're just going to try to make sure that Beaston doesn't have a big night right now.
Rogaw hits both. Makes it 7-3. Montgomery gets it over to Kessler. Kessler's going to try a 3. That's short. Rebound bounced around. It's the Shawberry. Back comes Columbian. Beaston gets it out front to Rogaw. Now to Shawberry. Upper continuing to be in that box and 1. Rogaw's going to try a 3, and he hits.
Big shot.
Timeout, Jeff Winslow. And something you get against the box and 1 is you got to get out there on the perimeter and guard that, because they're just going to keep throwing it up. If they keep making it, it's going to put you in a hole.
Yeah, they just set a ball screen on the wing of that zone, and of course there was nobody there to really give help, and he was able to knock down the 3. So for Tiffin, that's really key. If they have those guys stepping up and making shots like they are right now, Coach Winslow's going to have to probably make an adjustment, because that's what his plan, I think, coming in was to challenge, and hopefully those guys weren't going to make shots. But right now, that's the big key, is they're making shots. So it'll be interesting to see coming out of this timeout what defensive adjustment that they make.
Yeah, and only shooting 26% from beyond the arc this year. So that's a good reason for Coach Winslow to do that box.
That's probably right. And Tiffin's coming out here in a 1-2-2 half-court trap, showing something different, and forced a turnover already with the travel.
Yeah, Daris it really wasn't guarded there, but shuffled the feet.
I just, sometimes, when you have a young team, when somebody shows a different look, it's just you panic a little bit, and that kind of seems like what happened on that play.
Garcia.
Oh,
nice
play.
Pass inside. Rogaw
screened the middle of the zone and just had a guy kind of step in on that short corner, and were able to find it right inside.
Montgomery trapped, gets it over to Daris. Closely guarded by Bryce Rogaw. Gets it away. Now to Kessler. Back to Daris.
Tiffin's doing a really good job of putting pressure on the basketball, and that's making the looks difficult.
Daris finds an open Kessler for 3 off the back iron. Rebound to Columbian. They got the open look, just couldn't hit. Back come the Tornadoes. Rogaw. Back out the Logan Beaston. He's going to try a deep 3, and he hits. And another timeout by head coach Jeff Winslow.
Is that what, 4 threes this quarter?
3 threes.
3 threes.
And that was at least a college 3, maybe foot on a line for the NBA 3, but Beaston hits.
Yeah, that was deep. But again, it came off of a ball screen. So Upper's going to have to make some adjustment that to hedge harder out on that ball screen to take that away. But you know, the other key right now, I think, with Tiffin is Beaston's really been patient. He hasn't panicked against this, so I'm assuming he's probably seen some kind of junk defense before where people have been man-to-man and others have zoned. But I think you make a good point. The reason Upper probably came in with that plan was taking a look at their three-point shooting percentage, that they were shooting 26%, and they were going to try to force them into that weakness. But right now that weakness has turned into a strength for Tiffin as they've hit 3 threes and probably I think maybe 3 for 5 from three-point range. That's a tough start for Upper to handle.
Yeah, and the question is, can they, get the correct defensive adjustments and then do something on offense? Because if it wasn't for a kind of a broken play defensively for Columbian, this may be 15-0.
Yeah.
I also want to thank Brandy Wagner. It's Rogo, not Rogaw. So thank you for the pronunciation change. That's going to be a foul, a little too much there on the defense.
But Tiffin's pressures is giving Upper problems. Their guards are having a hard time handling that pressure, and that makes it difficult to get into things you want to do offensively.
Fouls on Jack Newlove, who just checked into the game, his first, team's first. And another uncharacteristic turnover by Daris, and that time it was just kind of miscommunication.
Just tried to enter it to the wing, and the pass wasn't the best, but you also have to step and try to catch that pass with 2 hands. Wow. This is a great start for Tiffin.
Shawberry with his second 3 of the evening. It's 18-3 Columbian. Lamb looking the answer here for the Rams. Parker Brown gets it stripped. Beaston, they have numbers. Up to Rogo. Layup good. And a third timeout by head coach Jeff Winslow. Balanced scoring as well for Columbian, coach. 5 players.
Yeah, that's the thing. You come into the game hoping that you can take away Beaston and force some other guys to make shots. And the thing for Tiffin right now is they're making shots. And I think the other impressive thing though with Tiffin though is their defense right now is their pressure on the ball is just really causing Upper a lot of problems. And Upper's having a lot of difficulty just getting the ball entered into anything offensively that they're trying to run.
Got to give a shout out to Northmore assistant coach Justin Maddox in the comment section. TB with the best in the land. I'm not the best in the land. I'm sitting with the best in the land right now. Doing really good start for you, coach. You're like Tiffin Columbian right here. Great start to the game for you as well. Upper trying to answer. Lamb for 3. Yes.
That's a big shot.
20-6.
Wow.
But right on the other end.
Wow.
Shawberry's feeling it. He's got 3 threes in the first quarter. Brown gets it inside, open layup. Isles, and 2 good offensive possessions at least for Upper Sandusky.
Yeah. Looks like Upper's come back out their man-to-man now.
Shawberry gets it over the Newlove now to Garcia. 2:20 left opening quarter, 23-8 Columbian. Garcia gets it to Shawberry. Back to Garcia. Instead of taking a 3, he's going to take it into the lane and just throws one up, misses, and Upper finally gets a stop on defense.
I mean, if you're Upper right now, you're just trying to work to try to maybe get this, back under 10 here at the end of this quarter, and see what happens to take away this initial run.
Well, we're in a walk call.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing with this game, you got a really good officiating crew. These guys, Kevin Catafais, Jim Jordan, Jeff Clare, they're a veteran crew that have all had state tournament experience, so you've got a really good crew.
Logan Beaston.
They just didn't find him. Coming off that turnover, they just didn't get matched with him.
That was an NBA three.
That was deep.
He hit nothing but net. It's 26-8. Rams looking to answer. Brown turnaround, nicely done.
Nice move in the mid post. Read the defense well. Turned and shot it.
26-10. New Love into the lane. Kicks it left side, back out to Shawberry. Coming up on 60 seconds left here in the opening quarter. A near perfect opening quarter for the Tornadoes. Beaston works around.
Setting that high ball screen for him. That time Upper Sandusky switched on it. May have a little bit of a mismatch with I think Beaston's trying to read right now.
Step back just off the mark. Rebound though stays. Put back off the glass, no good. Third chance. Gets it back out to Beaston. Inside.
Nice.
Everything going right for the Tornadoes. Three offensive rebounds on the play. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Kessler gets it out to Lamb. Back to Kessler with 8. Tried to force it inside. Beaston with the steal. 3 seconds, 2. Ball knocked out of bounds with .6, and it'll go to Upper Sandusky.
That might be the only mistake that Tiffin's made this first quarter offensively, because they've been pretty good.
This is one of those just throw it deep, hope you get a tip or something.
Well,
but
I think they just got it in. They're going to try to regroup here at the end of the quarter and see what happens.
We've played one, and it is all Tornadoes. They lead Upper Sandusky 28-10. You're watching Boys High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Back here at Upper Sandusky, where it is all Tornadoes in the first quarter. Travis Berardi alongside Coach Joe Baylog. And Coach, if you're head coach Jeff Winslow, what do you tell your boys in the break?
Well, I think right now you're trying to come out of here trying to get a good look and hopefully get a score. And we use a lot of terms. You'll use the term score, stop, score. So if you're able to do that, you got a 4-0 run to start. But Tiffin right now, their pressure on the basketball is really, really good. They're making Upper to even catch the basketball is difficult. And now they force a turnover with that pressure.
Seventh turnover.
Force them into a travel.
And that's just, it didn't seem like they were passing to get to the bucket. It was just passing around trying to get away from the defender.
It was that pressure just really caused a lot of problems for Upper right now.
28-10 here. Tiffin Columbian, they're looking like a team that went to the district championship last year and brought back players.
Yes, their experience is showing right now, and giving Upper a lot of problems.
Rogo, backdoor cut.
Nice play.
And Shawberry's going to go to the line.
That was a great backdoor pass and a great backdoor cut. That pass went between two defenders. And again, the thing you like about Tiffin, not just the hot start, but when they haven't ran it in transition, they've showed really good patience in the half court of getting their shots. Beaston has not forced anything tonight so far.
7 points for him. And 9 minutes and 10 seconds in, it's a 20-point advantage for Columbian. Upper just looking to get something going offensively, and that'll help a little bit as we get a foul on the Tornadoes. It's going to go against Braden Rogo, his first, team second. It was a clean, foul-wise, first quarter.
Well,
not to say for Upper Sandusky a clean quarter themselves with 7 turnovers, but for Columbian it was near perfect. They only turned the ball over once, and all but maybe 4 possessions they didn't score on.
I would say you're correct with that.
Daris, closely guarded, tries forcing it inside and throws it away.
Well, it looks like Tiffin's switching the ball screens, and they're really switching it aggressively. That time, Daris probably needed to take another dribble and try to stretch it to make that pass. He just took one dribble, picked it up, and tried to throw it. But again, that's a credit to Tiffin's pressure on the basketball.
Shawberry from the corner gets it straight ahead to Newlove for 3. Off the front iron. Rebound no good, and finally out of it comes Upper Sandusky.
But it seems like if Tiffin hasn't made the shot, they've at least gotten another chance with an offensive rebound.
Sam Smith with the nice move, but then throws it away. And another empty possession, but they'll get it right back. Only the second turnover on Columbian.
But I think if you're Travis King, that turnover doesn't really bother you because you're throwing the ball ahead in transition. Just needs to be a little bit better pass.
Daris thought about taking it to the hole, but backed it back out. Gets it to Isles. Works it over the Daris in the corner. 1-on-1. But once again, great defense by Columbian, suffocating, able to get the heave over, though, to Smith. Smith gets it knocked out of bounds. It'll stay, with Upper.
Tiffin's pressure in the ball is just giving Upper all kinds of fits. Just having a hard time, and they have difficulty going by him defensively. And then, as we said, any ball screen, it seems that Tiffin has been switching it, and switching it aggressively.
Well, also, when you have 6'3", 6'4", 6'4", 6'5", it's really tough to get anything going. So that shot, no good, knocked out of bounds. The height of Columbian has been impressive as well. And that's just, the wider you can get, the harder it is to pass the ball.
And that's shown on the offensive glass for Tiffin. When Tiffin's missed shots, as I mentioned earlier, they've been around it and either gotten a second or a third opportunity. And those are the things that really kill. You gotta stop. You got to finish it with the defensive rebound.
And I think we're going to get a foul inside.
You got a foul on Daris, Holden Beaston on the cut.
And there it is on the Sutton Bank replay. That'll be his first, team's third.
Holden Daris, substitution for Tiffin, number 3,
Braden Rogo checking back in, giving Logan Beaston a breather. Beaston with 8, Zach Shawberry 9 on 3 threes. He has the ball on the baseline, kicks it back out to Newlove. Now Garcia into the lane, kicks it back out. Shawberry for another 3, no good. Rebound, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound.
Got a foul on Tiffin. A pretty good check out there by Upper, which is something that they they've really got to make sure they do a good job of here. As you said, Tiffin's hurt them on the offensive glass a lot here in the first half so far.
That's on Garcia, his first, team's third. And Columbian going with the full court man. Upper does get it in. Smith gets it stripped. Garcia into the lane. Layup shot. Good. And then he'll commit the foul about 97 feet away.
But again, that's, if you're Tiffin, right now, Coach Kinn's not worried about that foul. They're not in the bonus or anything, and I think he's probably really liking their pressure on the basketball because it's given their guards Upper's guards a lot of problems. And the other thing is that just, when you have that kind of pressure on the ball, it just wears on you. And I think as you saw those two possessions, Upper's guards are getting a little bit tired here as we get towards the end of the first half, being able to try to handle that pressure.
Coming up on the midway point of the second quarter. And another turnover. Shawberry into the lane, layup good.
Just tried to dribble handoff there, and Shawberry was really aggressive and just getting a flick on the ball and then getting a steal. And took it the length of the floor and finished it.
34-10. Tiffin Columbian. And they get another steal. Rogo into the lane, scores. And another timeout for Upper Sandusky.
Upper looks like Daris is their main ball handler. Right now, with him out of the game, Tiffin's ramped it up even a little bit more. And, Upper's just having real difficulty of handling that on-the-ball pressure.
Tonight's high school basketball broadcast brought to you live and free on the OH Report. Thanks to our generous sponsors, Kimmel Corporation. Kimmel Corporation is a fourth-generation family-owned and operated company. We understand your business isn't just your business, it's your life. That's why we've dedicated ourselves to help companies like yours look and perform at their very best. Chris Daris, Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care about most, Chris can develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Wilson Tire. At Wilson Tire Company, we sell new and used tires and provide tire services to customers in Upper Sandusky. No matter which location you visit, we'll prove that Wilson Tire Company is the best when it comes to tire services and alignment. Quest Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution ready to support you, your family, and your goals. Sutton Bank, earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Casasa. Spherion Mid-Ohio, let us help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. We build real relationships with you so we can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Shoot Away, the ultimate basketball shooting machine. And Frito-Lay, we are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. That was a handful. Upper with a look inside. Nice ball fake layup, but it's blocked.
Good up and under move. You just got to finish it.
Back comes Columbian under the hoop, back outside. Another three in the air off the front iron. Rebound to Beaston. He'll kick it back out. Shawberry fakes the three. Gets it to New Love. They'll reset. So on this other end, Upper got the look, but Beaston was not fooled. And now Beaston with it inside, gets double teamed. Back out Shawberry. He's going to try another three, and that time he hits. Fourth three of the night for Shawberry. He has 14. It's 39-10.
Well, Shawberry just put it into the post to Beaston, and his man went and doubled Beaston in the post, and Beaston did a nice job of kicking it right back out to him for that open three.
Lamb picks up the dribble. Thought about the back door, but instead throws it away too hard. And the woes continue for Upper Sandusky as we take a look at the Shawberry three. And when you have somebody like Logan Beaston in the block, you got to double him, and that will open up somebody.
And there was nobody. The thing is, it was just a two-man game on that side, so it's hard. Upper was going to have to make an adjustment to double away from the ball, and that's a hard part. You almost have to double Beaston, and you can't leave Shawberry, so that's a difficult play to defend.
New Love gets it back out.
Nice backdoor screen. Beaston set a backdoor screen, and They came off of that, and New Love gets a catch right at the block for an easy score.
Everybody that's been in for Tiffin Columbian has scored tonight.
Wow.
7 players all in the scorebook thus far. 2 minutes left in the half. It's a 31-point lead for Columbian. Finally, an answer. Levi Lamb with his second 3 of the night. And it's 41-13. Rogo into the lane. Yes, and count the bucket. And that was just caught in between there. Montgomery got there late, wasn't turned, and it's just a tough luck foul given up.
Yeah, he tried to, he just couldn't get to take that charge. You almost have to get outside the lane, and he was almost directly under the basket. And as you said, Travis, wasn't set yet, which taking the ball really strong to the basket is it Rogo? Rogo. A really nice, strong, aggressive move to the basket.
Makes the free throw, and this is something you'll appreciate as a coach. Tiffin, knock on wood, perfect from the free throw line thus far. Isles on the elbow. Spinning around, gets the handoff to Kessler, and we will get another turnover.
I mean, Tiffin's pressure is just giving them fits. I mean, that's probably the third travel call caused by their pressure on the basketball.
Coming up on 1:20 left. 80 seconds left in the half. Make sure to stick around for the Kimmel Corporation's halftime show of stats analysis, much more at the break. Upper with the rebound. Daris works it over to Kessler. Inside the Isles, loses it again, another turnover, number 15. Back comes Columbian, a 3-on-2, perfect passing, and New Love gets his 4th point.
Great job of sharing the basketball in transition.
And they filled their lanes correctly.
Yes.
Had one at the top, one on each block, so they had options.
And it all, came off of another turnover.
And an offensive foul.
Yeah, illegal screen. Screen on the ball wasn't set.
And that's, looking at the Sutton Bank replay, that's something that you work on in practice all the time, the weave pretty much. That point, throws it to the left side, over to the right side, you get a layup.
Yeah, a lot of teams now offensively like the ball screen, and the big thing, if you're going to ball screen, you got to make sure that screen is set, and that at that time Brown didn't get that ball screen set very well. Looks like Tiffin's going to probably play for the last shot of the quarter.
And Coach Winslow's going to let it.
Yeah,
Rogo.
You don't really want to come out and pressure now because they've gotten hurt on penetration in the last couple of drives or last couple of possessions.
Back to the man-to-man now for the Rams. Rogo.
Yeah, they flare screen for Beaston. Good job by Upper of rotating there.
Bryce Rogo into the lane,
nice
in and out.
drive.
1 second,
Offensive
and
rebound.
a block. And that's how the half will end. But this one has been all Tiffin Columbian. After 16 minutes of play, they got this one well in hand. They're up 33. We'll take a break. When we come back, halftime stats, analysis, and much more. You're watching Boys High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright yellow lace bags and noses frostbitten, snack table spread that is fit for a king. These are a few of my favorite things. Warm ugly sweaters because your friend says so. Bags of Tostitos with salsa and queso. Wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Seeing the family and gingerbread houses. Eating Doritos on big comfy couches. Silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the lights glow, but the fuse blows. When I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Warm fuzzy feelings and cards all handwritten. This smart food popcorn all tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Music with sleigh bells and gifts incognito. Play Secret Santa with family and Cheetos. Wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Scooping Tostitos with salsa and queso. Lay's and Doritos if I have my say-so. Silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the guests leave and the fam's gone. When I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
We believe in the gun, and our players don't use it most days. They use it every day.
In my 20 years as head coach, I've used the gun every single year. Well, my dream as a coach that everybody would grow up with the gun, because getting all those reps would make my job a lot easier.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Ha 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 ha. Merry Christmas.
Welcome inside the Kimmel Corporation halftime show, where your score at the break, 46-13 in favor of Columbian. Travis Berardi alongside head coach Joe Baylog. And coach, we were looking at the break. This was the best 2 quarters this season for Tiffin Columbian. They couldn't miss.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Travis Kinn, the thing that excites you right now is just how well they've shot the ball. Because coming into the game, as we mentioned, they were shooting 26% from 3, and they're much higher than 26% tonight. So that makes them really, really hard to defend. But I think the other thing that he's got to be really pleased with is just their defensive pressure. Their pressure on the basketball, I think, as we said, has caused 16 turnovers. And, right there at the end of the half, those turnovers led to easy baskets in transition. I think if you're Jeff Winslow coming out, what you're going to do at the half is you're going to challenge your kids to compete and try to, it's going to be really difficult to get back in this game, but you're going to try to challenge them to at least compete and try to win this second half. Because that's going to be important. The difference, I think, that you can see right away is the experience of Tiffin, the lack of experience on Upper, and then the other thing I think that's become evident is just, Tiffin's a little bit stronger. Their strength and quickness with that ball pressure has made it really difficult for Upper to really do anything offensively.
Taking a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Kimmel Corporation. 17 field goals to 5, 7 threes. In their first 2 games, Columbian had only made 11 threes, so they're almost at their season point in 2 quarters. 11 boards to 3, and that's just for the fact that Upper Sandusky turned the ball over so many times. They have no offensive rebounds because they've only put up 4 shots. 3 of them went in, 1 was blocked. Turnovers as well, 16-2. Fouls all right, but a stat you'll appreciate, 5 of 5 for Columbian from the line. So a perfect night thus far, but nearly a perfect night all around for Columbian, other than the 2 turnovers.
Yeah, Tiffin's played a really, really good first half. I mean, it's probably as well as you can play really at both ends of the floor. They've been very efficient offensively, and then defensively they've just made everything difficult for Upper. And then, as we said, Upper has no offensive rebounds. So got to give a lot of credit to how Tiffin's come out. And I think Tiffin, you're going to look here at the second half to, try to really get off to another good start here with the first 3 minutes. And then I think, if the game continues like it is, what it'll give Coach Kinn an opportunity to do is to play some other kids and maybe put them into some situations that you wouldn't do in a tight game, which, the first 2 games he probably wasn't able to do. Because the thing you're going to face every year is you're going to face somebody getting sick, somebody getting hurt, and you're going to expect somebody on that bench to be able to step in and play maybe some more minutes. So it might give Tiffin an opportunity to do that. If you're Upper, what you're hoping to do is just to try to get off to a good start here in the first 3 minutes and give your kids some confidence. But, boy, Tiffin runs a nice set. Just clears out the backside, and Beaston seals the guy in the post, and they throw over top for an easy basket.
Perfect start to this third quarter for Columbian. It's now 48-13 as Beaston is in double figures.
Again, the pressure on the basketball forces a pass, and the guy Upper steps out of bounds with it. So not the kind of start you want for Upper, and the kind of start that Tiffin was looking for again to start the second half.
Leading scorer is Zach Shawberry, the point guard, sophomore point guard. 4 threes. He has 14 points. Not a bad way to start the game for the sophomore. Rebound to Upper Sandusky, and they'll come back looking to get their first points of the second half. Left side, 3 in the air off the front iron, no good. And rebound by Rogo. And once again, just the height of Columbian allows them to get that rebound. 3 in the air off the iron, no good. And we're going to get a push on the rebound against Tiffin. And it'll go back to Upper Sandusky.
He goes Rogo on that rebound. But again, if you're Travis King, you like the effort to the glass on the backside. They've been around the rim anytime that they missed, which they haven't missed very often.
Rams looking to get something going here in this second half. Lamb gets it right side to Kessler. Now he's not on the varsity roster, but number 3 on the junior varsity roster, one Cy Young.
Cy Young.
Into the game now.
A little different sport.
Nice pull up, but just off the rim twice and out, and back comes Columbian. But a travel, a rare turnover here by Columbian, as sometimes you get too much time there.
Yeah, the last 2 possessions for Upper, though, Coach Windsor got to be a little bit pleased because they've been able to reverse the ball, get it from side to side, and make Tiffin work a little bit more defensively. And they've gotten 2 good looks, just haven't been able to finish them.
Young barely gets it off the Daris, but it's off his hands and into the hands
but again,
of Rogo.
Pressure on the ball, then difficulty of getting the entry pass.
Blocked by Young, and back comes the Rams. So a little defensive effort, but they give it right back. Into the lane, layup good. Beaston with 12 now. That was too easy.
Yeah, again, pressure on the ball caused a turnover and then an easy transition basket. Again, pressure on the basketball there almost caused a turnover.
But it does turn into a nice jumper by Daris. 5 points for him. And another turnover by Columbian. Take a look at.
Yeah, Columbian. I mean, the one thing you don't want to do is, they started the half with a really good offensive possession, and then they've kind of gotten a little bit sloppy with the ball in transition a couple times. But that's the one thing you don't want to have happen. But, boy, they have not let up with their pressure. The pressure on the ball in the half court's been really, really good. Again, Upper having difficulty getting the ball entered into their offense.
Isles just looking around, trying to find somebody open, but there's nobody there. Nearly gets it stripped. Does find the corner for 3. No good by Young. Rebound back to Columbian. Pushing it ahead. Beaston into the lane, lays it up, and gets the friendly bounce.
Got to be able to stop the ball in transition. I mean, he
just weaves his way through.
Yeah, he just went 70 feet, and nobody was able to stop him.
Young gets it right side. Daris thought about the 3, almost got blocked, gave it up at the last second. Kessler now in the corner. He's going to go for the skip pass. It finds Lamb. He puts up the 3, and he hits. Lamb with 3 threes tonight, 9 points. It's 52-18. Rogo.
Lamb has shown if he's got time and space, he can make shots. The difficulty's been getting that time and space against Tiffin's defense.
Beaston closely guarded by Daris. Looking for the screen and roll, instead passes it off to Rogo. Nice pass inside, but misses the bunny, gets his own rebound.
Good play. Again, offensive rebound.
Makes the tougher shot.
Yep.
Bryce with 7. Pick and roll, gets it outside. 3 for Daris, off the front iron, no good. Rebound to Beaston. He'll pull up for 3 off the front iron. Rebound, Shawberry puts it up, but it's rejected by the rim. Rams, they'll try a 3. And again, Levi Lamb starting to feel it here in the second half. His 4th 3, 54-21. Beaston looking for the answer, but gets an offensive rebound to Rogo. He puts it up, he's fouled, and the ball gets stuck. So take a look at Lamb. A nice swish.
Yeah, as we said, if he gets some time and space, he can shoot it.
And we're gonna get a timeout.
The big thing though is right now Tiffin's getting it off the defensive glass, and they're just pushing the ball in transition. And Upper's having a hard time matching up in transition, which means if Tiffin misses a shot, that's why Tiffin's been able to get on the offensive glass. So Upper's got to try to do a better job of getting back in defensive transition and stopping the ball and getting matched a little bit quicker.
Thank you to Zane. Number 3 is Josh Heilman. He's listed as number 4 on the varsity roster, but he's number 3 tonight. Josh Heilman. Okay, so Justin is number 4. Josh, who's number 20 on the JV roster, up here as number 3. So both Heilmans now on the varsity roster. So underway here in the third quarter, 33-point lead.
I mean, I know we talk about Upper's youth, but you also, if you look at Tiffin's roster, they only have 2 seniors on their rosters. But, boy, they're playing like an experienced group right now.
Yeah, this is a team that's probably going to have some wins the next few years.
The nice size, kids are pretty strong. You know, Shrewsbury's only a sophomore. He shot it really, really well.
Rogo keeps Columbian perfect from the line.
Yeah, Tiffin brings in Preslin, the other senior on the roster. So they have Beaston and Preslin there. They're 2 seniors, and New Love's a sophomore. Shrewsbury's a sophomore.
Isles with the tough shot. Quickly down the other end, Columbian looking to answer. 3 in the air, in and out. Offensive rebound. Preslin puts it back and in. His 4th point.
Again, if Tiffin hasn't made the shot, they've done a great job of getting to the offensive glass. And as a coach, you got to be really happy with that kind of effort.
Also, you got to be happy with the effort of keeping the foot on the gas right now.
Yeah, they're not letting up at all.
And they get ahead for New Love. Coming up on 30 seconds left here. Over 35 points, so we do have a running clock at the moment. Gets it inside. Isles unable to hit. Quickly ahead, can't make it, but gets the offensive rebound. That's the 12th offensive rebound by Columbian. Step back 3, Isaac Garcia.
That's the fourth tornado that's made a 3, right?
That is. And that's the end of the quarter. We've played 3, and it's all Tiffin. We'll take a break. Be back with the 4th right here, live and free on the OH Report.
We believe in the gun, and our players don't use it most days. They use it every day.
In my 20 years as head coach, I've used the gun every single year. Well, my dream as a coach that everybody would grow up with the gun, because getting all those reps would make my job a lot easier.
Fourth quarter underway here from Upper Sandusky, a 40-point lead for Tiffin Columbian. Travis Berardi alongside Joe Baylog. And nice way to start off the fourth quarter for the Rams. Gets the bucket inside Isles. Has a good run play.
Went with his strong left hand and finished it inside. Good play. Daris steps up in the passing lane.
Nice ball fake, and it's 4 straight.
Two good possessions. Got a good offensive possession, and then a defensive stop and a steal and a score. That's a good start here in the fourth quarter for Upper.
So for Coach Jeff Winslow, in that break, he just wanted to see his team compete still in this fourth quarter, and they started well.
Yeah, that's a good start because Tiffin just dominated them again in the third quarter, and a lot of it was just them getting out and transitioning and going to the basket. Again, another offensive rebound for Tiffin.
Newlove's going to try the 3 off the front iron.
Wow.
Out of nowhere comes Shawberry. She'll take a look at him on the Sutton Bank replay. He started from the perimeter and just beelined it.
And those are the kind of effort plays you really like to show to your team. It's, he's the guy that's made 3s tonight, but he's making his presence known in other ways in the game. That's a great effort to go to the offensive glass.
15 points now for Shawberry. And yes, you see the clock running. That's because it is over a 35-point lead. Running clock rule that was implemented last season for regular season play and tournament. Isles gets it over to Brown. Picked up his dribble. He's looking. Gets the back door.
Good offensive rebound.
Can't get it to fall, though.
Now you got to get back.
And by my count, that was the first offensive rebound of the night for Upper Sandusky.
Yeah, you might be right.
65-27. I want to remind you, got a 3-pack of live streams tomorrow. Right here, live and free on the OH Report. We'll go over them here momentarily. Daris gets the steal. Gets in the lane. Nice pass. Layup good.
Transition. Daris has stepped up here in the fourth quarter and had two big steals.
Ooh.
But again, the thing that Tiffin's done here in the second half been even more effective is they've either off of a defensive rebound or even off of a made basket, they have gotten the ball out and pushed it up the floor.
And we'll get an Upper Sandusky timeout. So let's preview what we have coming up rest of the week. Tomorrow, 2 boys games, 1 girls game. Northmore at East Knox. We'll have that at 7:30. Mansfield Senior at Worcester at 7:15. And myself, Brian Skoronsky, Ontario at Clear Fork at 7:30. And we just heard the news today. Mitch Willicke has resigned as head coach, so their assistant will take over. But I don't know what went on with that, why he had to do it, but knowing Mitch and everything, really good coach, and I wish him the best, and I know you know him as well, Coach.
Yeah, Mitch is a guy that's worked at the game a lot. Not really sure what happened there, but feel bad for him. So I guess it'll be interesting to see going forward what happens there.
So myself and Brian will have the Lady Warriors at the Lady Colts, who came off a tough 7-point loss to Mansfield Senior you saw on Tuesday night right here. See if they can bounce back.
Yeah, Scott Seller's done a good job with that girls program down there. Really kind of turned it around. Really good player at Clear Fork in his day. So it's good to see, somebody, an alumni that's willing to give back to the school and has done a really good job with that girls program.
Not only that he works with the grade school as well, the middle school, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams, works with them all, and they've really shown off.
If you're gonna try to build a program, you want to try to have success, with your team, but where you develop that continued success is what you do with your younger kids, and that takes a lot of time and effort. And getting people to buy in, but that's how you get people to buy in.
And while we were talking, the first missed free throw from Tiffin Columbian by New Love. He made the second, though. But no perfect night from the free throw line tonight for Tiffin Columbian.
Yeah, but another offensive rebound here.
Unable to cash in, though. Upper Sandusky on the way back. Daris also had a nice layup. He's going to try a three here, and he hits.
He's been good here in the fourth quarter. Hopefully, I guess what he needs to do, and hopefully for Uppers, is that he builds, this confidence as he gained because, in the first three quarters, Tiffin kind of had his number. He's had a couple deflections and on the floor there for almost a steal.
But it's answered. Bryce Rogo now in the double digits with 12. When we saw it, we were looking at the stats at the half. Nearly every player for Tiffin Columbian was at or near their average.
Yep.
What a balanced scoring attack tonight.
Yeah, they got to be really pleased with how they've shot the ball from the perimeter. When you shoot like that and gain confidence, that's a big, big key, and they have shot it really well tonight.
Coach calling off the Dogs. Get some substitutions. JV players getting some varsity time here this evening with 2.5 minutes left in regulation. Make sure to stay tuned to the Kimmel Corporation post-game show. Well, stats analysis as well as our MVP interview. Coach, you want to interview our MVP tonight? Just a couple questions about the game, what you saw, if you want to.
Yeah, we can.
I'm not going to force it, though. Couple offensive rebound attempts. And the hustle will keep it with Columbian as we come up on 2 minutes left.
I mean, the thing for Coach Ken right now is just this opportunity to get some of these kids a little bit of varsity experience and, get a little bit of that taste in their mouth and a hunger that they're going to continue to get better.
Three. Deshaun Russell,
a freshman.
And the student section of Columbian letting them know it is a freshman with the three. 72-34. Stripped out, it'll stay with Upper Sandusky. What can a game like this for Columbian do just for the momentum, for the psyche of them moving forward? Seeing the ball go through the hoops so many times, playing a near-perfect first half, seeing what the potential can be for them.
Well, I think the thing is, when you make shots, it just gives you confidence, and that's a big key to have success. I mean, if you can, especially, I think the thing I'm impressed with Logan Beaston is he really hasn't forced anything tonight. He's let his teammates help him, and then has been patient enough to let them help him too. So he has not forced anything at all. And especially sometimes, when you have a team that goes boxing one on you, you have a tendency that you're going to panic a little bit. But he showed no panic at all tonight.
Under a minute left here in regulation. 72-36. Columbian has doubled up Upper Sandusky tonight. And this isn't by any means a bad Upper Sandusky squad. It's just kind of a young squad and just, some tough breaks. Columbian shooting lights out in that first half, and they just dug themselves a hole.
Yeah, they lost a tough, you lose a couple of tough games early, and we talk about that thing with confidence. So their confidence level maybe not been real high, and then with how Tiffin came out tonight, they just, put the pedal to the metal and never let up at all.
And that'll do it. Tiffin Columbian runs away with this one, 72-36. We'll take our final break, come back with our MVP interview, post-game stats analysis, and the wrap things up. Right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright yellow lace bags and noses frostbitten, snack table spread that is fit for a king. These are a few of my favorite things. Warm ugly sweaters because your friend says so, bags of Tostitos with salsa and queso, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Seeing the family and gingerbread houses, eating Doritos on big comfy couches, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the lights glow but the fuse blows, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, warm fuzzy feelings and cards all handwritten, this smart food popcorn all tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Music with sleigh bells and gifts incognito, play Secret Santa with family and Cheetos, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Scooping Tostitos with salsa and queso, Lay's and Doritos if I have my say-so, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the guests leave and the fam's gone, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
We believe in the gun, and our players don't use it most days. They use it every day.
In my 20 years as head coach, I've used the gun every single year. Well, my dream as a coach that everybody would grow up with the gun, because getting all those reps would make my job a lot easier.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Ha 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 ha. Merry Christmas!
Welcome back to the Kimmel Corporation post-game show, where it was all Tiffin Columbian this evening, 72-36. Travis Berardi back with the rookie, Coach Joe Baylog. Coach, from start to finish, this was just all Tiffin Columbian. They came out on fire shooting and just pretty much rolled to the win.
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, you talk a lot about, the first 3 minutes of the game getting off to a great start, and Tiffin got off to a great start, and then they just never let up. They came out to start the second half and had another great first 3 minutes. So Coach Kin's got to be extremely happy with how his kids played. They shared the ball offensively. I don't think they really forced anything offensively. They took open shots and made open shots. And then he's got to be extremely pleased with just how they played defensively, because it wasn't like the pressure of the full court. It was just their defensive pressure in the half court just made everything difficult for Upper to do tonight.
Let's take a look at the final stats brought to you by Kimmel Corporation. 26 field goals, 10 of which they hit from beyond the arcs there. 1 off of their first 2 games, their total threes. They pretty much hit everything. 26-10 on the boards, 1 offensive rebound for Upper Sandusky, 16 for Tiffin Columbian. They just used their height, their width to their advantage. You saw a couple times it looked like Upper Sandusky had position, but just that height, able to get their hands over without, per se going over the back. I know that's not actually a foul, but going into the body, able to keep the body off, get the rebound, and they dominated pretty much every aspect. 21 turnovers for Upper Sandusky to only 6. 5 fouls, 8 fouls weren't a problem tonight. 9 of 10, nearly perfect. Came down to the last 2 free throws. One of them were missed, but still, that's 90% from the line. You want to see that. They shot over 30% from 3, had some open looks. As a coach, this is a perfect night pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the offensive rebounds, and it's just the effort that they made. They might have been bigger and stronger, but the effort that they made, it wasn't just, one guy to go into the glass. It was 2 or 3. So even when they missed shots, they had second and third opportunities. So they got to be really pleased with that.
All right, we're going to take one more break. Coach, do you want to do the interview tonight? If not, I will.
I'll let you do it and learn from you.
Okay.
So.
All right. All right, we're going to be back with our MVP interview right after this. You're watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
We believe in the gun, and our players don't use it most days. They use it every day.
In my 20 years as head coach, I've used the gun every single year. Well, my dream as a coach that everybody would grow up with the gun, because getting all those reps would make my job a lot easier.
Time now for our Quest Federal Credit Union MVP, and it is Tiffin Columbian's Zach Shawberry, who pretty much went off tonight, especially from beyond the arc. He finishes with a game-high 16 points, 4 threes. First of all, Zach, congratulations. You and Coach were talking right before we came back from the break. It seemed like you finally got everything together offensively. You shot the ball really well after a couple kind of tough shooting nights. You were shooting 26% from 3 coming into this game. Just what went right for you guys tonight from the offensive end?
We were just sharing the ball, being unselfish, finding the open guy, making the extra pass. That allowed for open shots and better chance of making the shot.
Early in the season, 3-0. You're 1-0 in conference. Had a good win over Willard. You knocked off Norwalk by a point as well. What did you learn in those first 2 games that you were able to bring into tonight?
We just got to have the mentality that we're the best players on the court. Those 2 wins really helped us to boost our season and give us a boost for the rest of the season.
And what can a game like this do for you guys for the rest of the season? I'll go over some of the stats for you guys, at least what I had. You had 26 field goals, 10 of them for threes. Going into this game, you only had 11 in 2 games. You pretty much cleared the boards, 26-10. Not a lot of turnovers, and you're great from the free throw line. So, Coach, did he have any complaints to you guys after the game? Because you guys played nearly a perfect game.
He's usually pretty happy when we're unselfish, so he didn't have many complaints.
And what can a win like this do moving forward? Everybody saw the ball go through the bucket. I think everybody had over their season average so far. But what can this do momentum-wise going ahead?
It's really just a big confidence booster. This game boosts us to 3-0. So we just have a good mentality right now going into the rest of the season.
And a lot of you guys, you're pretty young, a lot of sophomores, some juniors. You do have Logan, an All-Ohioan on the team, and Garrett as well, but you saw those guys. You went to a district championship game last year, but to start like this, what would you need to do to maybe get back there?
I mean, we just got to keep up. We got confidence right now, so we just got to keep it going, keep working like we are right now.
All right, Zach, finally, as always, you want to look into the camera, give anybody a shout-out that you like. Go for it, my friend.
My parents and my coaches especially, are making me the best player I can be. Appreciate it.
All right, Zach, congratulations, tonight's MVP. Good luck the rest of the way. You got a long way to go in the regular season, but 3-0 is a pretty darn good start.
Yes, sir.
All right, if you want to hand that back to Coach Baylog here, Zach Shawberry, 16 points a game, high 4 threes as well, as we welcome Coach Baylog back in. Sorry, Coach, get a sweaty headset back for you.
That's too sweaty.
Any final thoughts for you before we wrap things up? I mean, we said this throughout the game. It was just Columbian did nearly everything right. They couldn't miss. They gave the ball to pretty much everybody. Let's go over the final scoring for Columbian. Shawberry finished with a game-high 16 points. Beaston with 14 points. Bryce Rogo with 12. Braden Rogo with 9. Isaac Garcia with 7. Jack Newlove with 7. Garrett Prenslin with 4 points, and then Deshaun Russell, even off the bench, hit a 3. So a lot of balanced scoring for the squad, and you love to see that as a coach, not just 1, 2, 3 players, but multiple.
Yeah, and I think the thing is, I mean, if you're as Upper came into the game, their plan was, to try to shut down Beaston because he was the guy coming back. So the thing you got to be happy with Tiffin is, when you have guys that step up and make shots when they're trying to box and one him, it makes you very difficult to guard. And, within about the first 4 minutes of the game, Tiffin took Upper's game plan, took them right out of that game plan. And then, they should never let up. And so if you're Coach Ken, you're extremely happy with just the effort for 32 minutes. They got a little bit sloppy maybe there at the beginning of the third, but most of that was just aggressive play. And when you have that kind of aggressive play, you just try to continue to build on it.
Looking at Upper Sandusky now, they had a better second half. Holden Daris and Levi Lamb both finished with 12 points. They had their threes. They had 6, I almost said 7. They had 6 total threes. Parker Brown and Cayman Isles also finished with 6 points, but only those 4 players able to get on the board, 12, 12, 6, and 6. The turnovers really hurt them. They had 16 in the first half. Only 5 in the second half, but the running clock had something to do with that and substitutions. Yeah. But for Upper Sandusky, what can you do in practice to get ready for Saturday?
I mean, I think the thing with Uppers is what you tell your kids is, number one, Tiffin's proven they're going to be a really good team, and it might be one of the best teams that Upper plays on their schedule. So you're not going to just completely forget this game because I don't think early in the season you can do that. But the thing I think that if you take a look at Upper, what you got to look at is the fourth quarter as they came out and competed in that fourth quarter. I thought there, at the end of the first half and even a little bit at the start of the second half into that third quarter, you were questioning if they were really going to compete, but they bounced back. I mean, Daris came back and had a couple steals and a couple buckets. So you got to take a few of those positive things to try to build on them. And, with the young team, and I think they've been through some illness here too. So you're hoping that you get healthy and that you can put together some good practices and bounce back here as you come to play, I think, again here on Saturday night.
Yep, that's who they have next on Saturday night. But that will just about wrap things up from here. Also a reminder, we have another game going on in the MOAC. Galleon leading Clear Fork 46-41 with under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Just if you're on Facebook, it should be right above us on our Facebook timeline. And for YouTube, that is the main YouTube page. But next for both teams, Columbian takes on Vermilion next Friday night. They get a week off. You got to love that.
I think they got Fremont Ross.
Oh, they have Fremont Ross
on Saturday, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have two non-league games. So
Gotcha.
They're at Fremont Ross on Saturday.
Well, I am disappointed in you, Davey One, because I don't think I saw that on there. Or I missed it. Anyway, for Upper Sandusky, we'll have them Saturday night against.
I'm not sure. Let me find your Upper real fast.
Upper gets Seneca East in a game you'll see live and free Saturday night. Also, tomorrow, once again, Ontario Clear Fork girls basketball, Mansfield Senior Worcester boys basketball, and Northmore at East Knox boys basketball. But that'll wrap it up here from Upper Sandusky. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible today. Keaton Cooper on the camera, all of our sponsors, as well as everybody back at PS Media Productions OH Report. Chris Daris, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, our scoreboard, along with Wilson Tire scoreboard sponsor, Sutton Banker Replay sponsor, Quest Federal Credit Union, our MVP sponsor, Kimmel Corporation, our pre-halftime postgame sponsor, Spherion Mid-Ohio, Frito-Lay, as well as Shootaway, our commercial sponsors. I want to thank the folks here at Upper Sandusky High School, the athletic department, for allowing us to be here. I want to thank Ryan Skoronsky, Jory Hollenbeck, Hayden Gray, and Adam Thompson back at the OH Report PS Media Productions. And I want to thank head coach Joe Baylog. What did you think of game number 1 for you? Was it as exciting as your first game coaching?
Well, I didn't have the same. I was nervous, but didn't have that sick feeling in my stomach like you do when you coach. So looking forward to doing a few more games and having some fun this season.
Well, also, forgot to mention this during the game because I was going to try and get people to give the names for it, but you're going to have your own show as well, I believe, on the OH Report. Right now, we're calling it the Joe Show still, but we need names. So anybody, get on our Facebook page, give us some ideas what we want to call that show. But it's great that we're going to be able to work with you, Coach Baylog, and you'll get to come out and still watch some high school basketball and have your say in that. So
high school basketball's been good to me over the years, so it'll be good to give back.
All right. For head coach Joe Baylog, I am Travis Berardi saying so long from Upper Sandusky.